We're going live right now, and the game's about to start here in about 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. But I told you guys the last did that we were going to go live. I was going to give commentary while watching the game. I got it right here pulled up. Also got the game cast ready to rock and roll. I got the chat open up. So just seeing who all comes into the chat. But we're going to watch some ball. You'll get some commentary as we're looking at this. Looking at what Shedeur Sanders is doing on the field tonight. Looks like he's running with the twos. That's what we're seeing here today. The two offensive line. Deion Johnson will be out there. Just saw that off Twitter. So that's all going to be interesting. But we're waiting for the game to start. I figured I'd start this prior. If you got fantasy football questions, anything like this, you want to commentate in the chat about what you're seeing, what you think. But I told you in the last video, I do a live stream, do commentary. And a lot of people responded that they wanted to hear it, wanted to see it. Well, we'll see what happens. And if this chat pops off for this game, I'll start doing more games. I'll start watching games with you guys. But right here, right now, what we're seeing, let's mess with this a little bit. We're getting ready to start this game. This game's getting ready to start up here in a few minutes. And we're just waiting for it to pop off. That's about it. We got Browns and Panthers. And a lot going on. I got it pulled up on my tablet. I got the game cast pulled up to the other side. Ready to rock and roll on this nice Friday afternoon. Forgot what day it was. Posted some videos. I got one fantasy football, one Cowboys. And I forget the other one that I dropped today. The other one was a Steelers video. I'll have more out tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow, I might drop my wide receiver rankings tomorrow or Sunday. That one usually takes about 4 to 6 hours to do, so that's why I say tomorrow or Sunday. But I'm going to start working on it tonight, getting all that together. But I'm excited for some preseason ball. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what the Browns have in store for us today. If you want me to guess what's going on, I imagine he's going to get a lot of work today. I imagine he's going to get a lot of opportunities. That's what we heard from Grossi today or the other day or whatever. I saw the clip today. ESPN Cleveland, that they're saying he's going to get a lot of work. That's one thing we're going to see. I'll have the game cast. I'll blow it up bigger once the game starts. But we'll see what's going on with that. Drop your comments in the chat. We'll see what's going on with this game, though. Still waiting for it to start. 6:51. We're early, though, but it's going to allow people to pack in. It's going to give people the opportunity to pack in. That's what we wanted to do here. What do you think is going to happen tonight? How do you think Shedeur Sanders is going to fare? We're playing behind second-string offensive line. Deion Johnson looks like your main wide receiver out there tonight. You got Thrash out there at wide receiver. So you guys got some opportunities here. It's going to be very interesting. Also, it's going to be interesting to see how the Browns call plays with him. Like, are they going to be super vanilla? That's what they were like in the joint practices. I don't know. I wasn't there, but like I have it documented. Like, we went over the tweets. We went over the play calling there. And they were very vanilla. Short pass, couple handoffs up the gut, drive dead. That's how it was. On a lot of his, also a lot of Flacco's opportunities. Waiting for this game to start up, though. Drop your questions, fantasy football-wise either. Like, if you got any fantasy football questions, just drop them in the chat. I dropped a draft strategy video earlier today. A few minutes ago. Actually, probably about 5:30 or so. I got the broadcast on loop here, waiting for that to start for the game on the tablet. But as we're seeing here, for this matchup, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. start time right here. Panthers. Does it have the weather? I think the weather's going to be nice. It has been raining in Carolina. Game time weather, 78 thunderstorm, as you're seeing right there. I saw some of the warm-ups. It looks like it's fine. Looks like it's fine. Maybe it'll act up later. Maybe it will. Looks like it was fine when I was watching Shedeur warm up on some of the clips. But we're looking at this. Browns last 5. Straight L's. Straight L's. And the one thing about this is I get a lot of people in the comments section saying that they got hope for the Browns and Shedeur. The one thing about this is you probably shouldn't ever have hope for the Browns. That column right there kind of pegs that in. Like, it's the Browns. But it is what it is. Looking at this. There we go. Now I can move it around. It wasn't moving for me. Shift 7. Looking for the start of this one right here. There we go. There's a lag here with StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard. It works best and my camera glitches out. Looks like it's had some glitchy moments though already. I don't like that. It is what it is. If it glitches out while I'm using OBS, while I'm doing a live stream, it kills the live and I gotta end it. So at least if my camera messes up, because I'm using a GoPro, if it overheats and freezes, just plug it in, plug it out, plug it back in. I'm good. I'm good. But game should start in about 6 minutes. At least the broadcast. Go over what they're saying during the broadcast. I'll have that up. I can't play the game, obviously, due to copyright reasons, and they'll just end the stream anyways. So the best I can do really is do the game cast next to me. We'll cover what I'm seeing. I'll give you live commentary of the game, and you'll have the numbers. So if you're watching a game with me, you'll probably, more than likely, because I'm watching a stream and I'm streaming, I'll probably be a little bit delayed compared to you. That would be my guess. That would be what I would think. But we shall see how that goes. But I've noticed, like in the chat from the last video, a lot of people don't have access to this game. It's preseason. If you just go to Stream East, you can get it for free. You're going to have to click back and forth a few times. You can get every game for free. But the thing about this is there's a warning to that. Like, you could get a virus or something. Or a dirty ad could pop up or something. Just be that. There are ways to get around that to watch games for free. It's called Stream East. There's one called Crack Streams. There's other places like that on the internet. You can buy a super box for like $200, $300, $500. Then you'll be able to get all the games off that for free. It's a lot down, but that's another way. Then you don't have to pay for ticket, and you don't have to pay for red zone. You don't really have to pay for anything. That's one thing you can do. But again, just be cautious. It could go out anytime. You know how the government is and all that stuff. But that's another way you can get free football, especially for out-of-market games. That's another way you can be able to watch football in some of these games on the cheap. That's another way. Stream East, though, is what I use. I have a burner tablet. I'm not using Stream East. I got NFL Plus. So I got the preseason games, and then on it, I get the red zone. And the reason why I got NFL Plus is then I can get all 22. And I watch all 22 on as many players as possible, really, throughout the season. But I really make it a note to look up like 5 rookies a day during the season, an X amount of players a day, and then through 7 days out of the week, I can knock out, like, looking on tape, like, my goal is to get to 50 skill players every single week, and it's not hard to do through that on the web. Just waiting for that to start. I know some people are starting to join the live here. Let me know what you think that's going to happen tonight. Is this your main preseason game? You watching others? Any of you guys Panther fans? We going to see some Ted McMillan. I have not looked at the Panthers side at all. I have not. I've been working on getting content out for today. I've had a lot to get done. I have to get a lot to get done for tomorrow as well. But I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. This is my first game I've ever live streamed. Working through here. This is the game cast on ESPN. Obviously, the game hasn't started yet, so it ain't going to be live fired up. But we'll have that. We'll have the stats up while we're talking ball here, while we're going over commentary of the game. Game will start here soon, but we're here a little early. That way people can rack in, or people check in, they'll come back. So imagine 5-10 minutes, probably 10-15, he'll probably be under center, rocking some snaps. We'll get to see the first string of the Panthers or whoever they're throwing out there for the first string for the night. I'm going to watch Shedeur, maybe a little bit more, probably not the whole game. That's the thing. We'll watch Shedeur, maybe a little bit more. We'll see what's happening. Like, I ain't going to, I don't know. Maybe if he gets live on the chat, start talking up some Tyler Huntley if you really want to. If you guys got fantasy football questions, this is the place to be. Talk about that all day long. Over here waiting for the stream to start on my end. I'm excited to talk some ball. Look at the over-unders here. You see it right being a little glitchy. It'll come up. But what we got here? We got 5.5. It's preseason. It could get a little weird. That's the thing about that. I'm just looking at things. I think I saw a line on Jimmy Horn that I liked on DraftKings to bet on for his yardage in this game. But my state doesn't allow me to put anything on those wagers. But that was very advantageous. That was like 3 days ago. They probably corrected it. It was like 30, 35 yards. I think Jimmy Horn's going to cash this game. I think he's going to look good. Remember, Jimmy Horn, Shedeur Sanders connection in this matchup as well. So if you're a Colorado fan watching this, let me show you one of these. I got Deion back here, right here. I got the red Deion Sanders here on the starting lineup. We'll have that out for the day. He's got a little dusty up there. Gotta clean him off. I need to start getting more of the NFL ones. I got a lot of baseball ones too, but they're not displayed. But I'll keep him out for good luck tonight. I'll keep Deion out. He won't stand here. Hopefully that's not like a bad omen or anything. He won't stand. Okay, you're right there, Deion. You're right there. Game's going to start soon. It's 7:01. Game starts at 7. At least the presentation should be starting. See what's up here. All right. Seeing what's up with the tablet here. Waiting for things to fire up here in the game. Oh, yeah. Got some kind of glitch here. I'll have to stream east it. Game's already messing up on me. We can't be having that. Stream east. I'm going to stream east it. I'm going to have to do it. Had a bot. You're going down here. Stream East looks like this, guys. I'll show it to you. If you haven't used Stream East to watch a game before, I'll show it to you. It looks like this. Pretty much, you go to streameast.com. You just Google it. It'll come up. Panthers, Browns. I just clicked that. And now, like I gotta click it. It'll make me work through some ads. Like an ad popped up. Browns game's coming up. Works so much better than yeah, it works so much better than NFL did. There we are. See, game's up. Game's up on the tablet. That's how that works. Hopefully you get some carryover. You can hear it. There we are. Get a little better look. They're giving commentary, some pregame. Steve Smith talking it up right now. Oh, it's glitchy though. They're talking up Bryce Young right now. Talking about how he finished last season. He had a good finish last year. We got Carolina Panthers commentary, which will be very interesting to hear while watching Shedeur. Will also be interesting to see while listening about Jimmy Horn later on. They built around Bryce Young very good this year. They got Ted McMillan in the first round. Adam Thielen back for another year. Xavier Legette going into year 2, but he doesn't have to be the guy. And that's going to create a lot of pressure for these teams, especially in the red zone, because you're going to have Ted McMillan. Like, really depends on how you want to do it, because there's a shot on Shedeur right there, throwing. He does look very good in the Browns uni. He does look very good. That's one thing he looks the part. That was just a little quick clip of him, but he looks the part. That's one thing I'll definitely say about that. Back to the Panthers, though. Like, defenses are going to have to make business decisions in the red zone, because you have Xavier Legette with that 4.3 speed. You run him on crossers, and then you do whatever you want with Ted McMillan. And then Adam Thielen's, like, nasty hands in the red zone can make big plays. And now, football-wise, I got to say football-wise because I also do fantasy football content, you got to make a decision there. And then Hunter Renfro's been solid. He's been banged up. We're not going to see him tonight. I doubt it. I think he's out, actually. And then Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn is going to make this team. He's going to make this team for the Panthers. He's been scorching every day in practice. Jimmy Horn's been looking solid. So we got the game cast ready to rock and roll. Hopefully it starts up soon. Game hasn't started yet, so. But Panthers-wise, that's a fun team. That's a fun story. It's like, this could be an emerging team this season that sneaks some wins. That's one thing about the Carolina Panthers. I'm excited to watch them. And then they're deeper in the backfield. You got Chuba Hubbard. And then you got Rico Dowdle. They pretty much, the Cowboys and Panthers, they did not really, but by proxy, traded Rico Dowdle and Miles Sanders. And Dallas lost that. Miles Sanders already banged up. Cowboys got Jaden Blue banged up yesterday, but it looks like it's not an extensive injury. You'll probably see Jaden Blue somewhere down the line, but he's probably not going to be out there tomorrow. Phil Maffa, I did a video on him earlier today. Phil Maffa, looking good out there. He's got good size, some wiggle to him. That's a running back to pay attention to this year for the Cowboys. I do not know if this echo is bothering you guys at all. They're showing, looks like Xavier Legette right there. But this is going to be a fun one. Commentary on Shedeur Sanders, maybe a little bit more tonight. Cleveland Browns, see what's going on. I told you guys in the video I dropped 2 days ago, and I asked, like, hey, would it be worth it to you if I did this? And I got some responses. Some of you guys can't get to the game or have access to the game. I'm here for you. I showed you guys a way to get to it. I had to use it. Stream East on Google. You might catch viruses. You might get some questionable ads, but it'll work. I have a burner laptop that I use. I do have NFL Plus. That was supposed to work for me. As you guys saw, it didn't, and I had to switch. I got the game cast up for us to look at here as we're getting ready for this to start. I haven't really used the game cast for a long time. 38 of you guys here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Really helps me out. Helps me grow the channel. Everything else. If you're here for Shedeur, I'll do pretty much a video after every single practice. All right, my feed is behind. 50-yard kick. So things are starting up now. As we're seeing, Panthers get the ball first. Oh, wait. Who gets the ball first? Browns get the ball first. So things are firing up right now. What's up, Jesse James? How's it going? Let's see if this allows it to show in the chat. I'm going to have a little lag. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I have a little bit of lag on mine. Sampson, right guard, 5 yards. Deion Sampson. I like Deion Sampson a lot. I like him a lot. He was good at Tennessee. He was good at Tennessee. He got injured during that Ohio State game around it with that hamstring and couldn't really perform during the draft process. So the Browns was able to catch him at a discount. They got him in the 4th round. I'm a few plays behind. Sanders pass incomplete, short right to Deion Johnson. Deion Johnson is going to be a breath of fresh air to this team. He's been looking good, at least minicamp and OTAs. They have not shown him much in practice outside like the clips of the quarterbacks. They don't really talk about him. Yeah, I'm a couple plays behind on my feed versus the feed here with ESPN. But we'll call things out as we go and as I see him too. Passing complete. Deion Johnson was his first pass. We'll see how that looks like. The first play was a carry to Deion Sampson. Deion Sampson's got speed. He ran in the... What's that? Who do I think's going to win? I bet you the Panthers win. If not, it's a tight one, and it'll be an ugly one with the backups. Cleveland for the win. You know what? At least it'd be fun for the preseason. So here we go. Let's see. 1st and 10. Get to see the handoff here. Incomplete Rice. Handoff to Deion Sampson. Sampson looked explosive on that run. Up the gut for a couple yards. Not a huge crease there. Next one, Sanders pass short right to Davis. So he got his completion. I'm 2 plays behind. So we got 1 incomplete pass, 1 completed pass, 3rd and 5 on the Browns 27. Now we're on to the next play here on my stream. I'm going to get to see that first target to Deion Johnson. Let's see how that looks like. Trips down below, 1 up top. Quick throw. Missed it on the hands. Hit him on the hands. Deion Johnson just didn't bring it in. Hit him on the hands, though. It was just a quick little slant. He had it. He had it. Deep ball. They punt it. Per the stream. Hit him on the hands, though. On the target. So I'm a couple plays behind on the stream if you just joined me. We're keeping tabs on Shedeur Sanders. Now, this play should be the next throw. This one should be a completed pass to Davis. Boom, gets it. Looks good. Technically on point on both passes for Shedeur. So far, looking good. Like I've been saying in the video, stacking days. We stacked the drive. Like, you can't, like, that hit him in the hands. From what I see, I'll go back all 22. I'll go back all, I'm doing live stream and stuff. I've never done this before. Just being honest. Honest Bruce here. 4th and 1. They punt here. Carolina's got the ball. Chuba up the middle for 5 yards on their first play on offense. But as we're watching this, Shedeur did not have a bad first couple plays. Can't really say it was bad. He got the ball out quick, made quick reads. Deion Johnson should have brought that ball in. That drive would have been a lot different if he would have brought that ball in. That throw was the right one. He had the guy beat by half step, whatever. He was extended out a bit, but the ball was placed to where it should have been. Away from harm's danger. Like if it would have got tipped or anything, no pick. Good placement. Got him on the hands. Almost like perfect. Like, it could have been a little bit down, I guess, but, like, it was also a safe spot. All in all, that's a good script of plays. Second and 5. That first incomplete pass with Bryce Young. Tried to hit Chuba. Chuba Hubbard getting a lot of work. Now I get to see that first carry right now, since I'm a couple plays behind. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, if you like fantasy football for sure. I'm going to help you guys set lineups, the waiver wire. I like to look for those deep plays. Chuba Hubbard looked good on that. But on top of that, after every Browns practice, I come here. Right when the beat writers say practice is wrapped up, I just come here and reiterate what I inferred from their tweets. And then I grab all the clips, plus the previous practice clips, and maybe the previous practice before that. We cover it. We go over it. And interpretation is a little bit different from the numbers. That ball was a little bit behind Chuba, but I wasn't really looking all the way. Bryce Young gets sacked. -2 yards. But that's what we do every day after Browns practice. That's what we do every day. And the last couple practices, it felt like I've been waiting through the tweets as they were live tweeting the action of practice for him to get his opportunities. That's what it felt like. Now he's having better completion percentages and stuff, but they also need to look at that and give him more opportunities in practice. They also need to do that. They need to open it up more. But only thing you can do is keep stacking days, keep stacking drives. Those first couple plays, it was solid. Wasn't able to get the first down. Deion Johnson, if we would have brought that in, that would have been a solid one for them. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. What do you think so far? So far, the start of the game, really. Where we at? 11:52 into the first. Looks like they're going to run an ad on us. Commercial break. What other games you guys watching this week? I know the Cowboys game, we'll watch that. That's around 7 o'clock tomorrow. Keep an eye on that one. Probably get to look at Phil Maffa in that game. And Milton. I like to see Joe Milton out there. Joe Milton had this ball the other day, notated by the beat writers. It looked like it was thrown by John Elway's Vortex football from the commercials. Just tossing it up there. Tossing it up there. Maybe I need to put up Deion Sanders, I got the starting lineup of him. He's up here for good luck. Right there. Red Atlanta Falcons uni on it, too. Red Atlanta Falcons uni. Let's see. Official timeout, 11:52. Still on commercial break. So they're just chilling. I don't know if you've ever been to a game before, but on the commercial breaks, they're just really just hanging out, waiting for the commercial break to end. It's very interesting to see for the first time. I can probably just bring this up so I can sound a little bit. Do I sound a little bit better when I bring the microphone up? So still on commercial break. If you're new here, just jumping into the live, we're commentary. The Browns-Panthers game, Shedeur watch. Mainly watching Shedeur to see how this goes. First drive wasn't bad. Deion Johnson missed the ball that could have been brought in. Off his hands, reached out for it. Here we go. Sanders pass short right to Williams. 15 yards. 15 yards. Shedeur Sanders driving it downfield. I'm 2 plays behind, so we'll get to see that soon. But me knowing the outcome, I kind of get to watch the play with a little bit more, like it doesn't surprise me a little bit more. But 15-yard play. Technically, Trevion Williams, Texas A&M, former Bengal. He could scoop. Here we go. I get to see it. Live freezes up on me a little bit. Here we go. What's the next? Shedeur, incomplete pass to deep right. We're slinging it downfield. Short little dump off. Trevion getting that work in, though. He can scoop. He can scoot. Deion Johnson passing complete. He better not let another one drop off them hands. He better not have done that. But Trevion Williams. Boom. Good read. Read the hat well. Butler, Brown, Dana. Dana thinks on... What? What do you mean? Here's the deep throw. Here's the deep throw coming up. You got tangled up. They just got tangled up on the play. Went out of bounds. Deion Sampson up the middle for a yard. Sampson's explosive. Sampson's explosive. Like I said earlier, in high school, ran to 100 in the 10s. Record setter out of Tennessee. Looked really good. One of the best running backs in college football last year. They got a hell of a deal out of Sampson in the 4th round last year's draft. They drafted Judkins in 2nd round. Sampson was there in the 4th. They had to hit that button on him. Now I get to see the run, see how that looks like. Up the gut. They just stuffed the holes. There wasn't anything there. Wasn't anything really there on that one. Third and 9, though. 3rd and 9, not a distance. If they could have got a little bit on that run play, they collapsed down. They collapsed down. Disrupted it. Here we go. Sanders scrambles right in. 35 for 10 yards. First down. Sanders getting it. And that's one thing about Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is more mobile than advertised. So the thing about that, you see him at the FCS level. You saw some of his runs. But the one thing about this going into draft season, I guess on some podcasts and stuff too, they were talking about him. And there he is running. There he goes. There he goes. A lot of people act like he was Drew Bledsoe. A lot of people act like he was Drew Bledsoe out there, like he'd be a sitting duck. Like, Colorado's offensive line, especially that first year there, was not great. Was not great. Taking off with it. He got a first down. He got a first down. He's looking solid so far. 71.8 completion percentage last year, or during his career at Colorado. Over 7,000 yards. What's this one? Short pass, complete, short, Deion Sampson. All right, what we got here? We got a reverse. Looking solid. Didn't get it. 2nd down. We're on to a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. We had a reverse that didn't work out. Deion Sampson, short left, didn't work out. So these downs and distances. Panthers are doing a good job holding contain. And they're doing a good job crashing when the run play is on, like they did against Sampson earlier. So Sanders is going to have to make something out of this. 3rd and 12. Coming in, making the play, looking solid. Looking solid on that. Corey Thornton stepping up. Third and 12. Sanders short pass left to Thrash. 11 yards. 4th and 1. Almost got it. Almost got it. We're completing passes. What is that? 2, 3, and a good 10-yard run. Let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. I think we're about to catch up with the stream. But 4th and 1. Field goal territory, eh? Ooh. Extends the play. Oh, that one was incomplete. Fourth and 1. 4th and 1. So on that incomplete pass, he was able to extend it out. Looking solid there. But the fact that they were able to get it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was it 4th and 2? Here we go. D-line came through. Tried to get out. Threw it out. Didn't end well. Tried to scramble it away. Had to throw it away. Got to see the all-22 on that one. See how things were breaking off on that play. Objectively on that one. Carolina's got the ball now. Carolina 26. That was a good sign they didn't come in and kick the field goal. That was a good sign because they allowed him to play, make something happen. That was a good sign. They allowed him to step up and try to make the play. Play broke down, though. We were able to get the drive in, though. We were able to complete some passes. Took off for that 10-yard gain. Keep it going. He's leading the team in rushing right now with 10 yards. Travion Williams had a good catch for 15. Deion Sanders got stuffed up the gut. They tried to do an end around that didn't work out. They were in a bad down and distance. He was able to get him down to 4th and 1. Then the offensive line broke on the play. Maybe could have felt it. Could have stepped up a little bit more. Don't know. Don't have the all-22. They didn't really go over what was happening with the wide receivers when they did the replays either. They kind of just went right to break. Looks like they may do that when we come back. I doubt it. They're trying to get through this pretty quickly, it feels like. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. First drive, Deion Johnson, ball bounces off his hands. He had to extend out. It was on a slant route. Ball placement was fine to me. Deion Johnson, if he would have brought that in, that drive would have been a lot different. So far, 3 for 7 for 30 yards. That's stat sheet. If Deion Johnson would have brought that in, it would have been 4 for 7 right now. It would look a little better. Takk McMillan. $29 yards. Takk McMillan with a big play. T-Mac with a big play. We were talking about him earlier. Like, he's going to rejuvenate this offense. Chuba Hubbard up the gut for 7 yards. This Browns team is going to start breaking now. They're going to start breaking now. They're going to start folding. 2, you got to remember he's behind the 2s on the offensive line. That was stated on Twitter. Right by the boundary with Takk McMillan with a big play. He's one of those wide receivers that when he's covered, he's open. It is what it is. That's going to be huge for Bryce Young. Chuba's so good. People are worried about Rico Dowdle. I think Chuba's a good value in fantasy football as your RB2. Like I did the Hero RB strategy video earlier. But if you wanted to go like stud running back, wide receiver, and then play ADP for a guy like Chuba or wait a little bit later for another dependable RB2 type-ish running back, that might be the value play. You're going to be strong at running back and wide receiver there. There's a million different ways to do it this year with how deep the running back position is due to how strong this rookie draft class is. And we have some year 2 guys that could be stepping into opportunities if injuries mount up, like a Trey Benson, who's going in double-digit rounds. If something happens to James Conner, that's something to look at here. 7 minutes, 3 seconds in the first. Chuba Hubbard up the gut for 7 yards was the last play notated by ESPN. I'm a few plays behind on my stream. NFL.com on my stream with them. Just didn't work out, so I had to stream East is. That's a few plays behind of what they got notated here. Takk McMillan T-Mac had a huge catch by the boundary. All in all, I think Shedeur's 3 for 7 stat line. Deion Johnson would have brought in that ball, would look a little better. They also had some questionable play calling, the end around. They got stuffed on that run. Downs and distances wasn't really that favorable. Offensive line broke on that last play. Maybe he had something open. Maybe he didn't. We'll check that out on the All 22. I may, once that's up on All 22, that might be tomorrow. I'll check. I'll do a whole video just on that one play, just see what was up. Just see what was up. I'll be looking at it. If they got the All 22 up, I'll be looking at it as soon as possible. Chuba Hubbard, left guard. No gain. That's the play I think I just watched. 3rd and 3. 7:03 on the clock. So Carolina's got the ball right now. Yeah, I look for Carolina to be rather solid this year. Like, I think they're going to sneak some wins this year. There's Stefanski. Stefanski's always real stoic. Incomplete pass by Bryce Young. Short left. Adam Thielen. Penalty. Offsides. 5 yards. Enforced. No play. Carolina's got the ball. 6:36 in first. T-Mac had that nice catch on this drive by the sideline. He's really showing off. He's good. He's good. He's been killing it in camp. He's huge for this team. Up. That should be soon. There's Xavier Legette. Listen to what Steve Smith's trying to say. But looking at this, Rico Dowdle, right guard, 1 yard. Browns holding up these last few plays on defense. Spreads changing. The fact they didn't kick the field goal. Oh, wait. Bryce Young pass short left. T-Mac again, 13 yards. T-Mac's getting targeted often. If you want to notate that for fantasy football drafts, there's 2 targets on this drive. Both of them has to get good average depth of targets downfield. Good ADOTs. I think we're up on that here on my stream. But T-Mac bringing in 2 plays. Like I said, when he's open, when he's covered, he's open. He's got sticky hands. Tough to cover. And you got to have business decisions now with this team. Whenever Xavier gets healthy. Here we go. I think I'm going to get the play now. Bryce Young passed Adam Thielen. 10 yards. Pushed out of bounds. They're driving. They're driving on him. Yep. I saw the T-Mac catch. Soft zone. Found a spot in the zone. Ball came in. Brought it in. Sticky hands. Got tackled right. Looking good. I bet T-Mac's going to ramp up quick. I think he's going to have a good rookie season. If you're looking at T-Mac this year for fantasy football, if you're looking for a rookie with some upside, there you go. But he's going to be kind of expensive. But in home league drafts, he'll be a little bit cheaper. He's a little bit up there on underdog. He's a little bit up there on underdog fantasy. But I think since he's a rookie, home league drafts, drafting with your buddies, he'll be a little bit cheaper if they discount rookies. Adam Thielen pushed out of bounds. Rico Dowdle up the middle for 3 yards. Panthers probably going to score on this drive. They're driving pretty good. Now we get to see him in the red zone. I want to see how they spread it around. With what they got on offense, for sure. That's what I want to see. Because they got some talent there. T-Mac just changes the dynamic of this offense. And then you got him and XL with that 4.3 speed and size. And then you got Thielen, Cokeheads unite. Like, I'm thinking what they got out there in preseason, but they got some talent. Watching this play out, Bryce Young's looking solid, connecting with T-Mac twice on this drive. Seeing what's happened here. I got a little lag. Rico Dowdle up the middle, 3 yards. 4:32 left in the first. Bryce Young's rolling out. Rolling out. Looking like he's getting ready to fire. Coker back to the end zone. My dogs are doing crazy stuff over there. Coker back to the end zone. Did he get in? Yeah. Touchdown, Jalen Coker. Jalen Coker back in the end zone. He came on strong last year. He had some good games and some moments. He got hurt up. He got banged up a little bit last year. But for a UDFA, rookie wide receiver, he came on strong pretty good last year. He's going to add a lot. He's going to be good depth for this team. They've got a good talented roster at wide receiver. The addition of T-Mac is just going to make things really interesting around the red zone for this team. Bryce Young keeping his eyes downfield like always, pointing them around, slinging it. Bryce Young's got a fast mental processor too. The only knack really is his height. He came on cold to start last year. That one's for the Cokeheads though. We gotta see. Shedeur should get another drive. From what I was understanding from Gruzzy, that in radio, that they were going to play him a lot. Coker looking solid though. There we go. Better look there. Kicks through. 7-0 Panthers. Jalen Coker, though. We were rooting for him hard last year. He had some moments last year. He was solid. Solid. Going on commercial break. How you guys feeling so far? What I gathered from that drive is T-Mac's going to be a big-time player for this team. And I knew that going in. Like, I did not need this game. We saw this all throughout training camp. We knew this coming in. We saw this at Arizona. We saw this at high school. We knew he was going to be a big deal. He's going to be transcendent for this offense. This team's going to be a little different. This team's going to be a little bit different. That's for sure. Shedeur should get another drive. Maybe more. Word on the street that he was going to play a lot tonight. They should have him play a lot tonight. They should. They should figure out what they have in him. They should at least open up the practices a bit more. But here we go. We're on commercial break. 3:36 left in the first. Here we go. We're kicking it off. Brown's got a good return. Floria out Kent State. Floria looks like Johnny Manziel. Go look up his headshot. He looks like Johnny Manziel. He looks like but let's see how this drive starts off here for the Browns. Sanders pass short right. Bates, 5 yards. 4 for 8. Now we're up to 50% completion rate, 35 yards. Would have been a little higher that if Deion Johnson would have brought in that ball. Sanders pass short right. Bates, 5 yards. Start things off. Brendan Bates for Cleveland. Tight end. I'll get to see it here soon. Feed's a little bit behind by a couple plays. I mean, not a bad outing. That first drive, Marshall right guard for 6 yards. On the next play, 2nd and 5 for 6 yards. So 1st and 10, we get the first down. 2:55 left in the first. Got another first down. First down on this drive. All right. Let's see what this pass looked like to Bates. Stream East is slow. Stream East is slow tonight on me. Oh, wait. Just got to the run, actually. 2nd and 5. It just skipped it. Sure, so far, 4 for 8. 35 yards. We looked at the first drive when we saw that. It was a fine drive. Deion Johnson missed the ball. We had a completion. Second drive, we had a good completion downfield. We ran for it for 10 yards. We had an end around that didn't go well. Sanders short pass right to Thrash, -2 yards. Sounds like that was behind the line of scrimmage, like they were trying to make something happen. That play might be right here. No, that's the hand. And they're starting to bring in some of the seconds, the thirds. They're starting to mismatch some of the guys, giving them some looks. So you got to keep that notated right now. And they got Marshall in there right now, running back. 5 for 9 right now for Shedeur, 33 yards. 5 for 10, incomplete pass, short right. I want to see what that looks like. Short right, short pass, indicating see how that ended, though. Here's the first one. The other one was a quick pass to Thrash. Stuff behind the line. So imagine they're going to punt there. Let's see this next play, how that looks. Just a quick pass. So far, we're at 50% completion rate. Didn't really have any opportunities where we're pushing it downfield. Let's see what this next one looks. There's Nick Scort now, Texas A&M. They're showcasing him. Guy in motion. Here's the next play. Short pass, good pocket. Off. That throw was off. That throw was off. But it would have been picked off. I think that might have been picked off if it was on the mark with that, though. I think that defense just had him locked down there. He had time, though, to keep it alive. If you really want to objectively look at that play. That's the thing about that. That defender was umbrellaed. Oh, muffed kick, muffed catch. Browns got it back. Browns get it back. Looks like we're going to get some more Shedeur action coming up, if that holds true. Looks like we got a muff. Looks like we got a muff here. Looks like we're going to get some red zone action. Around the 5-yard line or so. Maybe. Let's see what happens here. Oh, did he touch it? Oh. Muffed it. Here we go. Looks like Shedeur's going to be coming back out. It could be just drive off tackle right. They get in there, though. 36 seconds left. Was that Trevor Etienne? Georgia, Florida. First down, Cleveland. Shedeur's coming back up. Marshall left in, pushed out of bounds for 3. Getting closer. Marshall going to get a touchdown here. Marshall, 3 carries for 14 yards on the day. Sanders has a 10-yard run. Sanders so far 5 for 10 in the quarter. 2nd and goal. Good to see that run by Marshall here. Stream East has been very laggy. If you're new here, my NFL messed up on me. I had to use Stream East. It's been laggy on me. Marshall, they're doing a good job holding contain. They're doing a good job on a lot of these plays holding contain. The Panthers defense has been solid in this matchup. They've been well coached. Very sound. End of first quarter. Getting ready to start the second quarter. Shedeur's out there. We'll see. We're also in a spot where we can keep running the ball. Panthers has been plugging the run all game long. They've been plugging the run pretty good. Jalen Coker caught a touchdown pass back to the end zone. Panthers last drive. T-Mac, Ted McMillan caught 2 big balls, 1 for 13, 1 downfield by the boundary. That was super nice. Sanders, 50% completion rate, 5 for 10. Deontay Johnson missed on a slant, extended out, hit his hands. That really hurt that first drive. Second drive, Sanders made some plays, was able to get some first downs, had that run for 10 yards, had a completion downfield. Deion Sanders got stuffed on a run. They had an end around on that drive. We're talking about the second drive. Some downs and distances weren't really favorable during that time. Ended with the 4th and 1 call. Got to see all 22 what was downfield, who was open, who was not, how quick things were opening up, if anything was opening up. Offensive line opened up with the defensive line skating through, getting to Shedeur. Tried to roll out, couldn't get out fast enough, slung it out there. The announcing said that he was holding the ball too long. It's something that they talked about during college, which is talked about a lot. However, all 22 want to see what was going on downfield. Started off with the 2s. Offensive line meaning. Marshall's in at running back. Deion Sanders was not in much this drive, if at all. We're back out there on the field, starting the second quarter. Somehow my stream's ahead of ESPN now, so that's interesting. Shedeur fires one. Touchdown! Davis. Shedeur fires it in there, too. Shedeur Sanders fires it in there. We had a little gap there. A little window, fires it in, rolls out, gets it. Showing off the watch. Showing it off. Chilling, gets it. Over the top. 2 defenders there, gets it. Good timing, good accuracy. Shedeur Sanders gets it done on the play. Touchdown. 6 for 11, 40 yards and a touchdown. That might be it for him for the day. I doubt it. It shouldn't be. They should just let him roll. They should. But that might be it. I don't know. I heard he was going to play a lot today. Rolls out, makes it happen. Remember, we're not playing with the ones, and the ones ain't super incredibly talented on this team either. But we got it done on this drive. There was a muff punt by the Panthers. Browns got it. Down around the 5-ish. I ain't going to pretend like I remember exactly. Handoff to Marshall. That didn't work out. This play starting off the second quarter. Shedeur rolls out. Play opens up. Fires it. Has a little window there. Gets it through there. Accurate pass. Looking good. I would say this is a good outing. I say he had a good outing. Even those drives that felt like it wasn't working out, you looked at the stats sheet during that time before the touchdown, a lot of people would have been like, oh, he ain't playing well. Deion Johnson missed catch. We had some 3rd and longs, 4th and longs in there. Play calling wise, I mean, that end around was kind of weird. Panthers defense has been playing good. The Panthers defense has been solid. They've been holding contain well. They ain't let anything slip past them on that. Contain's being held up pretty well. Saw that on the end around. On the run up the gut, I'm talking 2 drives ago with Deion Sanders. They collapsed that. They're getting good penetration. They're eating up the offensive line. All that considered too, and Shedeur being able to move the ball in these plays, looking solid. He's playing behind the 2s on the offensive line too. So look at that. His top wide receiver talent-wise, or was talent-wise, because it's Deion Johnson out there. You're working with Thrash. You're working with some other guys. It's not like you got Judy and company. It's not like you got David Njoku out there. It's not like you got the Chief. Things vastly different. But you got the touchdown that drive. Shedeur Sanders stacking days, stacked another drive. I think that first drive was fine. But we got a few first downs so far. We got a touchdown. That play looked good on the rollout. But all in all, solid. Everything's been solid. 6 for 11 so far. Percentage, I guess that could be up a little bit, but context-wise, with everything we've seen and went up against in this game, I think it's solid. There was a miss on one play. I wanted to look at it again, but curl route, 2 DBs right beside him. He just kind of threw it away. Kind of looked like a whiff off the cuff, but if he would have darted in there, could have been picked for 6. The other questionable thing about that play is what was on the other side, what was out on the other progressions. All 22 would notate that. The coverage isn't really good when it comes to replays, letting us know what's happening downfield or anything. Dalton's in, hands off to Rico Dowdle. Looks like Chuba's going to be the main running back. As we know, Dowdle the 2, but more like 1B work with some work mixed in. He had some work with Bryce on the last drive. Jalen Coker had the huge catch in the back of the end zone first quarter. During that drive, T-Mac had 2 big plays. We got some different players out there. Dalton. T-Mac's still out there. Dalton's trying to get him on that target. He wasn't really open, but it was on a boot. Looks like you had 2 options on that read anyways. Backside would have been extra time to look over. Jimmy Horn's in. Colorado fans, Jimmy Horn still is in right now, number 15. Watch him, see if he has. There was a line on Underdog. I couldn't bet on it because I'm in Ohio. But it was like if he got like 30, 35 yards, 32.5 yards or something like that. I figured he was going to get a lot of playing time. I thought that was a good line. Oh! Is that JT Sanders? Did he get it? Or was that Dowdle? That was Dowdle. 20 yards. Dalton's a solid backup. Another one. Jimmy Horn with a huge grab. Rooting for Jimmy Horn. He's going to make this team. I saw someone on Twitter talking about Hunter Renfrow, saying, hey, nobody's talking about him, this, that, this, and it was for fantasy football. Hunter Renfrow's banged up. Jimmy Horn's been killing it through rookie camp, OTAs, minicamp. He's already got a grab today. Dowdle. This team's deeper at wide receiver and running back. I think the Panthers could be a surprise team. Like, they could be like, I wouldn't say running for a Super Bowl or anything like that crazy. But I will say kind of like legend killer-esque, Randy Orton-esque type of team that just knocks off teams they shouldn't, sneaks out some wins, scrappy, fun to watch type of deal. Like, definitely this year. It's all going to fuel through T-Mac. If he develops to that upside soon, which we saw that in that last drive, not this one, but the last one, he already got a target in this drive from Andy Dalton. Probably should have been targeted, but he got the target. There's Shedeur right there on the sidelines, just chilling. All in all, it says 6 for 11, 40 yards, and a touchdown. Not a bad outing for Shedeur. Not a bad outing. Another one to Horn. Jimmy Horn getting it. Jimmy Horn. Root for him. How many Colorado fans are here? LeJohntay Wester had a good kick return the other day. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'll do this more if this does well. This is my first time doing live action on a game. I'll do this more if this does well. On top of that, after every Browns practice, I give a Shedeur update. And it's different from what you're reading from like the stats and stuff. It's pretty much like I cover. Ooh, good sack on Dalton. But I cover what I read from the tweets, and then I cover the clips from practice. And it's like right after practice. Like once they drop that tweet saying practice just wrapped up, I get my clips together, I come rolling in, and during the practice, I'm just going through the feed and just keep refreshing all the feeds on the beat writers, whatever I can get. And it's a different point of view because I kind of got to feel the practice, but kind of not. So I'm also piecing it together. Like some of those practices, like I felt not so good about Shedeur's performance, mainly because he wasn't getting opportunities to like midway or halfway or back end of the practice, but he'd still have a good completion rate. But they got to open things up to where he's getting more opportunities. Got that touchdown today. That was solid. Floria, look at him. He looks like Johnny Manziel. It's so crazy in the face. That's the thing about Floria. It looks like Johnny Manziel. My stream here, this thing here, it's just, maybe I got to reboot this. Maybe this needs a reboot because can I refresh? I'm going to refresh. It's going to take me a minute. I'm going to refresh my screen because it's not updating. I'll update what oh, there it goes. There we go. Punt. Team for sure. Chuba, 3 carries for 10 yards. Bryce Young, 4 for 6, 50 yards and touchdown. We'll see what comes out. However, this will update quicker than my feed. It should. I'm 2 plays behind. Should be. All in all, this has been a fun game. This has been a fun game for me. If Shedeur's out, we'll go a little bit longer. But right now we're on a commercial break. Official timeout is notated there. My feed is a few plays behind, usually 2. 11 in the second quarter. Andy Dalton's out for the Panthers. Shedeur threw a touchdown last drive. Weird script of plays. First 2 drives for Shedeur. I'll just call it weird. Like, at the end of both of them, I felt like they were okay. They're all right. This third time by the goal line after a muffed punt. They had a run that got shut down. Can't remember if there was another play, but him rolling out, threading it between the window of 2 DBs. Maybe it was a DB and a linebacker. But it was solid. Solid throw. Getting it in there. That's just what it is. All in all, solid outing. Solid. Considering what he had to work with today, too. We'll see if he's still out there. If I was the Browns, I'd keep him out there for a half. I would not have him out there with the 3s or anything like that. I wouldn't want him getting hit on blown assignments or anything. I just like Huntley get beat up. That's what I do. Especially, unless he was playing bad, then I'd just keep him out there. But he's playing solid. I think I'd keep him out there with what you got out there so far and roll with it. They're interviewing Bryce Young right now. Marshall up the middle, 3 yards. They're interviewing Bryce Young. They're not showing what's going on in the field. But Marshall up the gut, 3 yards. So, 2nd and 7. Cleveland 9. So here we get to see the run. I'm a couple plays behind here. I think Bryce Young's going to have a solid season this year. I think he's going to be solid, especially with the addition of T-Mac. They had a puller there, following the pull. Panthers defense has been locked down this game. All the holes filled. Containment's been solid. They've been solid this game. That's one thing you can definitely say. They've been solid. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also lets me know if these lives work and if you guys enjoy them and stuff by the numbers. Sanders short left. 4 yards. There it is. Getting it out quick. All right. 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Completed pass. Let's see what they call here. I could definitely see them being crusty. Drive off tackle right. So far, 7 for 12, 44 yards and a touchdown. Also, we got a 10-yard run. That was for a 1st down. That was a big play that kept the drive alive in that moment. Panthers defense has been solid. That's something to note out there, that he's playing well or completing passes. Pass short right. Florida. A penalty. No play. Enforced. Cleveland 3rd. We're at 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what that looks like. But the Panthers defense has been the run. They've been looking good. They've been holding contain. They've been holding assignments in their zone. They've been solid. And he's had some plays on every drive. Let's see him. I'm watching his eyes and everything on the close-ups. Just seeing how he's holding himself. Looking solid. Step back. Gets it out. Floria. Nice catch. So there's a completion there. A penalty on it. No play. Illegal shift. Got to see how that went down. Got the completion, though. Legal shift on the play. Got a penalty. Now we're at 3rd and 8. Passing down, though, so it gives us an opportunity to see how they're going to dial this up. Good to see the coach dial up with some cojones, though, in that play instead of going drive off tackle right or whatever and just chalking it up. Good seeing him do that. That's what I was guessing that they'd do, just because it's the Browns. First and 10. Hold up, my feed didn't update here. Rolling out, Shedeur. Rolling out, Shedeur. On the 1st and 10. Pump fakes, we're running. We're running. 10 yards. They told me he was Drew Bledsoe. They told me he was Drew Bledsoe. I was guessing on podcasts, and they were worried about him being able to take off with it. And I was like, no. No. Just watch the tape. All you have to do is watch a couple runs. You ain't got to look at the stats. My goodness. You got to understand what he was playing behind there at Colorado. And then also you got FCS tape and everything else. They all try to advertise to me on wax like he was Drew Bledsoe or something. Sanders up the middle, Cleveland for 1 yard. Do we run it again? 3 carries, 20 yards on the day. So fantasy points wise, there's 2 points there rushing. You're getting a rushing floor. So if you're looking at Shedeur Sanders and he gets an opportunity somewhere down the line this season for fantasy, you may want to pick him up. Oh, that's a tight slant. They had a guy over top. Had the balls to put it in there. Did not convert it. Guy wasn't open, but it was just a quick read, pop throw. 3rd and 1. But he slung it in there. Slung it in there with cojones. I like quarterbacks that has some aggressiveness to him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jumbo. Jumbo. Sneak it. There's the 1 yard play for the first down. Marshall, left guard. -3. -3. 2nd and 13. So now they're 2nd and 13 in real time. He snuck it. Sanders is leading the game in rushing. He's leading the game in rushing, 8 for 15. So we're over a 50% completion rate now. 63 yards. Would have been a lot better if Deontay Johnson would have brought in that tight slant earlier. Would have been 9 for 15 and like almost around 70 yards. Around 72-ish. And a sustained drive. Sanders passing complete short middle. It's not like he's playing with studs, guys. Not like he's playing with studs. Let's see how that works. They can't run it. They can't run it. They got to go air raid. That offensive line's getting worked. It's getting whipped. 3rd and 13. Like the down distances, you can look at that. 3rd and 13. Sacked. We got to see what that sack looks like. -1, though. -1. Scorton, the rookie from Texas A&M. He's got good speed. Highly athletic. They got him at linebacker. Let's see. Now we're down to the passing play on my feed. Here, let's see what that looks like. Gets it out. Chill in the pocket. Does not drift with the pocket closing. Does not drift back while the pocket's closing. We fired in there. I don't think there's anything there. I don't think there was anything there. I don't think. It was a tight window, too. I don't think there was anything there. I don't think there was anything he could have done. He chilled in the pocket, though. He was chilling in the pocket. That pocket was fine, but closing in, and he did not rattle. He stepped up. He stayed in there. He stayed in there. Sanders sacked. I want to see what the sack looks like. It was -1, though. You're getting a close-up. Chill in a pocket. Gets it out. Almost jumped for the pick. Almost jumped. Almost got it. Let's see here. Looks like almost jumped. I can definitely see why. 4th and 14. Fine drive. 8 for 15, 63 yards and a touchdown. Almost picked on that play. Almost picked on that play now that I see it from that angle. Almost picked on that play. What are people saying in the trash? Chat. They do not show me the... It just glitched out and did not show me the sack. I want to see the sack. I want to know what that looked like. So, here we go. Commercial break. 5:38 left in the second quarter. That might be it for us with Shedeur Sanders. That might be it. That might be rocking Huntley. 8 for 15, 63 yards and a touchdown. So far, performance-wise, I think that might be it for the night for Shedeur, but I'm not for sure. So far, performance-wise, Shedeur, I say it was a good performance. I wouldn't say it was a bad performance. I wouldn't say it was Tom Brady out there. I'll definitely see a little bit of that rookie fever in him, but not too bad. I think he was pretty calm and composed. That touchdown was nice. That first drive, if Diontae Johnson would have brought in that ball in that first throw, and then that second drive, there's some weird play calling there with that end around, and then the Panthers were killing the run game. They had no run game in this to help support him at all. Like, he had a lot of deep down and distances, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 12s to overcome. He had that 10-yard run. He had that other 10-ish yard run. I think it was like 11, 12 or whatever. 3 carries, 20 yards. He had that sneak for a first down. That touchdown play was very nice. Thread the needle on that rollout. 2 DBs there. It was pretty tight there in that situation. All in all, for a rookie playing behind second-string offensive line, considering Diontae Johnson was the top weapon of choice out there, Trevor Etienne left in. He was the guy who muffed the punts, no gain. All in all, considering all that, and the Panthers' defense has been solid. They've been solid. They've been holding contained very well. They have been flooding the gaps, killing the run game. This Browns team can't run the ball. They just can't run the ball. They just haven't been able to all game. I mean, Sanders is leading the whole game in rushing with 20 yards. That is the major story. The run game's not bailing him out much. T-Mac for the Panthers had 2 big catches on their second drive. One by the boundary, by the sideline, downfield, which was nice. The other one was like a 13-yard gain on, if I remember right, a curl route. Deep targets downfield. Average depth of targets probably like 15 to 18 in this game for T-Mac. He got a target with Andy Dalton when he probably shouldn't have got the target. There was 2 guys around him on a rollout, but it was a rollout. He only had 2 reads on that side. He decided to go with T-Mac because he's T-Mac. T-Mac. Jimmy Horn caught 2 passes in the last drive for the Panthers. Jimmy Horn looked like he got another one. That's his 3rd catch of the day. Now I'm seeing some of it. I'm catching up here. My feed's a little bit behind. There's Trevor Etienne. Got to see if they have bad feels on him. Bad feelings about him and that muff punt. He's got to turn that around. Jimmy Horn, though. Jimmy Horn, like I said, he's going to make the roster. I mean, he was in early today. It's not like he's hanging around in the 4th quarter finally getting work. It's not like that's happening. They've been looking solid. Let's see if we get the Jimmy Horn target here. See how that play looks. Downfield, there's Dalton. Open. Just eating the gap. Find the hole in the zone off the curl route. Jimmy Horn, what's up, Buckeye DK? Yeah, we live. We're covering Shedeur today. Covering the Browns game. We'll probably do, I don't know if we'll do the second half or not. We'll see if Shedeur comes up back in or not. We'll see how deep this game gets. Just really testing this out. Just giving commentary of the game. Have the game pulled up. See how that works. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. How's them Titans? Cam Ward's been looking strong. He had some up and down practices from what I read from Twitter, from the tweets, from the beat writers. But I like Cam Ward. I like him a lot. I watched every single interview and press conference of Cam Ward. And I'll definitely say this, because I had to do it. I didn't have to do it. I just did it. Oh, nice grab. Nice grab. Coker, right? Coke on my stream just that looks like, that's Coker, right? I got my streams all jacked up. Let's see here. Let's fix this. Whoop. Coker downfield. And Paul to Mitchell for 9. Maybe that was, no, it wasn't Mitchell. That was Coker downfield. Coker's solid. Coker had that touchdown grab earlier. You got Madden? I got Madden too. I just haven't downloaded it yet. Haven't got the chance to mess with it. Just been busy. Heard College Football 26 did another update. Oh, I've got to check that out. Some people love it and some people really hate it. How's Madden been playing? Because I saw some videos of some people talking about the glitches and stuff, but I was like, I think that's just going to always be there. I'll probably have some Madden videos out, maybe if I can get to it. If I can get to it. But watching these games live like this might be a new thing. I don't know. Coker with a huge grab. Did it not cover it yet? Or were we just so behind? We're up to the punt. 4th and 11. Coker with a nice grab. Did it not go in? Did he not bring it in? Punt. Brown's back with the ball. Brown's got the ball back with 3:02 left. This could be our last Shedeur drive. Let him get a half in. That would make sense. That would just make sense. What a team. Oh, yeah. I saw that. I think I saw that on Twitter. That he was 72 overall. It'll be fun building him up, though, in Dynasty, though. It'd be fun doing that. That's if they got his attributes and stuff where it feels like it's him. So my stream's a few plays behind. 7-7. 3:02 left. Official timeout. I had to stream East this game, guys, because NFL Plus glitched out on me. And Stream East is a couple plays behind, but it's fine. Stream East, if you haven't used that before, it's a free way to watch all sporting events. UFC, NFL, whatever. So if there's a game you don't get, you can always do that. Caution, though, potential viruses. I use a burner laptop. A burner tablet, actually. I do have a burner laptop. I actually have it right over here, I think. But commercial break. Shedeur should be back in, I imagine. Watching both feeds here. I'm going to refresh up here. See if that changes. Sometimes it's been laggy up there. Maybe we're back in playing. Yeah, it did get laggy, though, but they're not playing. So, waiting for this to fire up. Shedeur's had an okay outing. Had a good outing. Some weird predicaments. The run game's been shut down. Panthers' defense has been very solid. He had that touchdown, which was nice. I didn't really get to see the sack because Stream East glitched out on me. I'll say one game I've been playing is Madden 2005. I got that emulated on my phone and got a Bluetooth controller off the PS2. I I got my game setups here. Like, I play it here. 2K5. 2K5. Also got it on this laptop. Emulated. Because then I can play it in 4K. And have the graphics smoothed out. That's fun. The run game on 2K5 is real fun. Like, a lot of people will talk about the animations of throwing the ball and stuff when it comes to 2K5, which is fine. I like that and all. And 2K8, that's a good game off the Xbox 360. But running the ball is just fun. Like, you got that turbo button that lights up when you're with the running back, and you got to hit the hole at the right time. That turbo button will die out on you if you hit it too early and you're not all the way through the hole. Like, there's some strategy with it, but it's also fun, like how it vibrates the controller. Everything lines up perfectly. Still on the 2-minute warning. Waiting for everything to come back up. 1st and 10. Let's see here. Something happened there. Let's go here. What's happening here? Play-by-play. Let's go check that out. Play-by-play. 1st down, 2-minute warning. Shotgun, deep right pass to Floria. 29 yards. 29 yards. I have that play right here. Looks like it just lagged on me. 29 yards to Floria. Shedeur pass short right to Marshall. -2 yards. We just completed 2 passes back-to-back right now. We're up to the 2-minute warning. I was talking about video games there. Floria was right there. Florida from Kent State's had a good camp, rookie camp OTAs. He might make the team, he might not. I don't know. It's a little deep there, but he's been solid. He looks like Johnny Manziel in the face. He looks like Johnny Manziel. That's the thing with the headshot. They don't even have a headshot here, but if it was, they might as well just put Johnny Manziel's picture in there. They're up at 2-minute warning. Floria with a big play, though. 29 yards. 10 for 17, 90 yards right now for Shedeur. 1 touchdown. 1 catch for 30 yards. If you heard that, that's my dogs. They got the dog door right there. So, I have 3 of them. Golden Retriever, Boston Terrier, Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel, which is all chocolate. I guess it's a rare color. That's my wife's dog. Mine's the Golden Retriever. I used to have a German Shepherd. RIP to her. But, yeah, they're just doing shenanigans. Usually I have this room closed off. The Golden Retriever's always in here. He watches every single video of mine. Every single one. He gets upset if he misses one. He's usually in his cage watching. He's watched every single one. He has not missed one. But now he's just playing in and out, dog door. 2-minute warning still. Shedeur, 10-17, 91 yards and a touchdown. Another big play there. Caught some of it here on my laggy Stream East right now. NFL Plus did not come through for me. The app was just super laggy. Stream East has been better for me. And that's been the notion of these apps, though. That's been the notion of that. Like, with ESPN Plus, looks like the game's getting ready to come on. That means it's probably going to show up here. They're showing the commercials now. Oh, they're running amok. They're running amok. All right, I'm going to refresh this because they're back showing the commercials, some behind-the-scenes stuff. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Shedeur just had 2. Other one, 30 yards to Floria. So far, everything. This has been a good outing. This has been a good outing. They got to open up this quarterback battle. They got to open up. Like, ESPN Cleveland's going to be very funny this week when they're talking up Shedeur. Like that one guy. I don't know his name. The Browns fans do. But that one guy's always fired up about this quarterback battle. He's going to be really fired up. 10-17. 91 yards. Deontay Johnson missed on a slant. He was extended out. Had that one throw that was almost a pick. That one play. 4th and 1. Where they broke through the offensive line. Almost sacked him. He rolled out. It was an incompletion. Hold up. Trevion Williams up the middle. Pushed out of bounds, 12 for 13 yards. Now we're at the Browns 12. They're getting ready to score. Good play by Trevion Williams. Former Aggie, Texas A&M, former Bengal. Dude's got speed. He's very explosive. Actually, at this moment of the game, he could be a sneaky asset. Now I get to see the play here. I'm a couple plays behind. Trevion Williams up the gut. Good cutback. Uh-oh. Shedeur Sanders pass short middle. Touchdown. 12-yard touchdown, Shedeur Sanders. Sanders gets it in. After a good run of Trevion Williams. Sanders gets it in there for the score. I got the play coming up here. I'm going to play behind. That was the next play. So we got 2 touchdowns, 103 yards, 11 for 18. 11 for 18 on the score over the middle. Another one right over the middle. Another one right over the middle. Another one. Gets it. You got to open up that quarterback battle now. They're going to hear more of that. They're going to hear more of that this week. Keeps it alive. 11 for 18, 103, 2 touchdowns. Could have been 12 of 18. Deontay Johnson would have brought that up a million times so far right now. 11 to 18, 103, 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns last 2 drives. Second one was a short drive due to a muff punt by Trevor Etienne. JT Lindsay just got arrested for murder. What? 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 No, I did not know that. I did not know that. Thanks for calling that out. Really? Whoa. I'm going to have to look that up real quick. Thanks for calling that out, JT Lindsay. Freshman running back turns himself in. Oh my good. Accessory charge. Back history, turns himself into police. Accessory charge. Arrested for accused of aiding murder suspects. Oh, I remember doing the video on him. I remember doing a video on JT Lindsay this offseason. What's up, little guy? You want some food? All right, I got something for you. I'll be right back, guys. Let me get you hooked up. You want a popsicle, dude? Yeah. All right, I'm back, guys. Had to give a little man a popsicle. He's been holding strong. He's been holding strong. We're on commercial right now. Touchdown. Shedeur Sanders, 11-18, 103, 2 touchdowns. I say it's a good outing today. Another day stacked. Almost threw a pick on that one drive. Had that one play, 4th and 1. That got busted up. I want to see the all 22 on that. If there was anything out. But outside, there wasn't really anything tremendously bad on anything. Looked poised, confident, aggressive. Run game wasn't really alive today. Run game was dead. Panthers defense was solid all day. Especially holding contain, closing gaps. Deontay Johnson. Trevion Williams coming in strong. Coming in strong. He might, considering the Quinshon Judkins situation, he might latch on a role. Like a role as in like just being able to like dress or something. Might make 53 or the practice squad. Panthers got the ball. Here we go. Here we go. JT Lindsay arrested. I wonder if people started searching him. My videos on him came up while they were searching him. Because I did a couple videos on him. So, if you're new, I do high school recruiting videos January, February, March. Because football's really dead on those during that time. Get you very attuned to college football, actually. If you go, I go so deep. I do the top 300 prospects on 24/7 Sports. And then while doing those 300 videos, the fans of the schools that watch the most, I'll do their whole class. So this year I did Texas, Colorado. I did most of Nebraska, USC, Notre Dame, Michigan. Those were the main ones that stick out. Mostly Ohio State. Colorado. Since we're on the Shedeur, Jimmy Horn talks today with this game, they got some good fans. They got some diehard fans. They watch their recruits. They pay attention to their recruits. Nebraska, too. Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado. Like, they pay attention. Short pass right to Coker. Coker, Jimmy Horn, they've been playing well. Coker's got three good catches, especially the touchdown. He had a good catch the last drive. It might have been a drop. Might have been out of bounds or something. Blackshear's in the game. Shard Blackshear's in the game now. My feed is... Stream East hasn't been very good to me today. Blackshear's in the game. Timeout, Carolina. We're about to halftime. They're probably just going to close out this clock. If you hear the barking, that's my dogs right outside the dog door. Since I'm here, sitting in this chair with the door open, allowing them access to the room, they're just causing a scene. But I imagine we're going to see Huntley start of the third quarter. I imagine we're going to see Huntley. That would be my guess. Like, I think we're lucky just seeing Shedeur in that last moment, and he was able to score a touchdown. Panthers would close out that drive. Andy Dalton, pass short to Mitchell. Tight end, the rookie. Notre Dame. My feed here has... There it is. There it is. Come up. Dalton's a solid backup quarterback. I had to step out. Little man needed a popsicle. He's been chilling pretty good, allowing me to do this live stream. Like, it's me and him this weekend. Family's on a camping trip and it's all girls trip. So it's me and little man. I got Paw Patrol on, and he's chilling with popsicles. An hour and a half, and that was the first time that he came in here. That's pretty good for a 3-year-old. He was excited for this because that means he got alone time with popsicles and Paw Patrol, though. He's ate almost a whole box today. Dalton back there. Dalton, pass short right to Mitchell. T-Mac's still out there? Target to T-Mac. Not even catchable. Not a catchable target to T-Mac. Still trying to sling it out there for a hope and prayer by Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton looks like one of my buddies from high school, except for he doesn't have red hair. He's blonde, but it looks exactly like him, especially now. Floria, back there, return to punt. We'll see what we'll get out of this drive with the Browns. Let's see what they try to strategize here to get looks on their players. My thing. Shedeur Sanders kneels. It's it. We're going into halftime. Halftime, guys. Halftime. I notice like the viewers jump up whenever the Browns get the ball, no matter what's going on. Shedeur Sanders so far, first half, 11-18, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had 2 big runs on the day. Even those drives that didn't come to points, like the first drive, that one wasn't bad. Deion Johnson had a missed ball there. We'll look at it again later when all 22 comes out. It was on a slant route, hit his hands though. That would have made that first drive a little bit different. That second drive, we were able to move the football. We got the first down on one throw. We scrambled, got a 10-yard run, got another first down. Then they tried to end around. Didn't work. Tackle behind the line. Then they tried to run up the gut with Deion Sanders. The Panthers collapsed the play. Then it was like 3rd and long and incomplete pass. Next play, 4th and short. It was 4th and short. They got the 4th and short, so they completed pass, 4th and short. Pass protection broke down. Don't know if anybody was open downfield or what the reads were. They did not cover that on the broadcast. They said they held it too long. Shedeur did. I don't know about that for sure. They didn't really go over the replay. But offensive line breakdown. Rolls out, gets the incomplete pass out. That ends the drive. Next play, trying to go off memory. We have to punt it. That next drive, the Browns do. He completes some passes, has some looks, a couple missed passes as well due to coverage. And then they punt it. Muff punt by Trevor Etienne. Browns get the ball in the red zone. Red zone area. Browns try to run it. They can't get it. Panthers been stuffing the run all the time. Shedeur next play rolls out, bootlegs, threads it between 2 defensive backs for the first touchdown. The next drive, Shedeur Sanders comes in. It's late. I think if I'm missing a drive, 3 minutes left. They run the ball. They throw one deep. They throw a short pass for -2 yards. Trevion Henderson, I believe. Next play to Floria for 30 yards. Downfield, extends the drive. Then they run it with Trevion Williams. He gets a good run. First down. Sanders then throws it over the middle for the touchdown. Hits Davis. Caden Davis. He's been operating a lot with the 2s. A lot with the 3s. Probably a top offensive weapon. Worked with Deion Sanders, who was in most of the first drive, a little bit of the second drive. And Deion Johnson, who was out there first 2 drives, also let that ball hit his hands, and that did not get through on that first target. It would have been 12 of 18 for about 110, 112 yards if that would have converted. 2 touchdowns on the day. Almost threw a pick on one throw. Got to see what that almost sacked looked like. He got sacked for -1 yards. My Stream East glitched on that one. Want to see what that looks like when I pull up the all 22. I think when you put all things together, especially when you just look at the numbers here, at one time he was leading the whole game in rushing. He also had a sneak for a first down. Shedeur Sanders had a good outing. It's a good outing. You got to remember he's a rookie. You got to remember he's playing behind the second-team offensive line. Panthers D has been solid. The run game before that last drive has not been helping at all. The running backs have been getting stuffed. Deion Sanders had that first run for like 3 to 4 yards. That looked very encouraging. It was very explosive. Outside of that, they've been getting stuffed. They're holding contained very good. They're living up to their assignments good on the zone plays. Like a very tough defense for him to go up against, considering it being preseason. You look at the weapons he had to play with. It's not like he's playing with. Oh, hold on. It's not like, I don't know how long my camera was dead. You guys still watching that? My camera's like on fire hot. So reloading my camera. Here we go. Let's see here. Camera. Let's fix that. Let's go here. Change into that. And then let's see if we can go back to the GoPro. Whoop. Go back to the other camera. See if that fixes. There we go. We're fixed. We got the better quality in right there. But there we are. Fix the camera. We'll see what comes up here in the second half. We'll see what happens here. Do you guys want me to keep going? Looks like we got 27 viewers. So catching up on Shedeur, he's had a good outing. Solid outing out of Shedeur Sanders. I look for him to build more of a case. I look for Huntley to come in the third quarter, but I could be wrong. It sounded like coming in that Sanders was going to get a lot of playing time. A half makes sense. Looks like you put a lot of good stuff on wax today for them to go over and for him to improve on too. All in all, solid outing for Shedeur Sanders. All things considered, contextually too. Some questionable downs and distances too he had to work with. Playing behind a second string offensive line. I think consider it a win. Consider it a big win, actually. I think it could have been real bad, too. Could have went real bad. Because that run game wasn't bailing anybody out to that last drive. That run game wasn't helping much. Terrell Williams came on pretty strong for the Browns. Looked very explosive. That could be a deep, deep stash for them. Practice squad, into bench, whatever. Flores had a good camp. Flores had that big catch. He's had a good camp. He's looked good in rookie camp, minicamp, OTAs. He's always connecting with Shedeur. Him and Shedeur have a good connection. Panthers side, T-Mac. I don't have the numbers right in front of me. I guess I can look at the box score. It's not like they're rolling everything. I believe he's got 4 targets on the day. Looking at T-Mac, he's got 5 targets on the day. Most of his targets are 10-plus yards downfield, like we would guess. He had 1 catch for 13 yards. That one big catch down the boundary. But they're looking his way often. It doesn't matter if it's Bryce Young. It does not matter if it's Andy Dalton. They're looking his way. He is the man in the offense here. Not just by looking at the stats. They're looking his way. That one target that was a miss by Andy Dalton, he wasn't even open. Both of them, he wasn't even open. Andy Dalton was just slinging it his way. T-Mac's going to get work. T-Mac's going to be the dude in the offense. That's one thing. Jimmy Horn's making this team. 3 catches, 16 yards. Probably get some run in the second half. But he's making this team. There's no question about it. He's been good wire to wire. He's going to make the team. Flory, I want to see what's up with him, if he's going to make the team or not. He's been looking solid. That's been a name to watch. Rookie camp, minicamp, OTAs, training camp. He's been playing well. We got to see. If they got to make a move on him, it's going to break their heart. I guarantee you that. If they got to make a move with Floria, it's going to break their heart. They're not going to want to do it. We got to see about that. But he's been solid. Trevion Williams, 2 carries, 20 yards. Had that one big run in the second quarter. Later on with 2-something left. And that one big target for 15 yards. He looked explosive tonight. He's been looking solid. Deontay Johnson, this says it. But the one target out of his hands on the slant, he was covered, but he had like a quarter step there. He could have made that play. Dylan Sampson had 1 target, got nothing, but he had that 1 run earlier. It wasn't like a big gain or anything, but you saw the explosiveness up the gut. That's something to pay attention to. Marshall doesn't have it. He runs with quicksand in his pants. He doesn't have it. Bryce Young looked solid. He commanded the offense tonight. Had that 1 drive for the score. Jalen Coker caught that in the back of the end zone. Targeted T-Mac. Him and T-Mac have a good rapport. And like I've been saying, when you're looking at this team, you got to make business decisions now when you're covering these wide receivers. Do this man right here, T-Mac. Do this man right here. Because now you can do a lot of different things in the red zone. I do know, and we do know this, that between Thielen, between Hunter Renfrow, and some of the other wide receivers, like some of these guys are in and out and stuff, but still, XL, like Excel out there. When you got him out there running crossers with that 4.3 speed, and you got T-Mac, whether you have him run a slant right behind it or back pylon, there's a business decision that you got to make in the red zone if they're passing, because that's going to be tough to cover. Short yardage situations. And then you also got to worry about the run game. Chuba had a couple runs here. He looked like Chuba. He was fine. He was good. Rico Dowdle got mixed in some of the work with Bryce Young there. He got some opportunities. That's something to look at. That's something to notate. He'll be like the 1B back. I look for Chuba to get a good amount of work still. And they wanted to use 2 running backs last year. They just had Miles Sanders. And Miles Sanders narcissistically gatekept them, gaslit them to thinking that they had 2 running backs to compete with. They really didn't. And they said that going into the season that they were thinking about sharing the touches. That first game of the season, they kind of did. And Chuba took it. Miles Sanders lost it. And that was the story. That was the end of all that. They figured out Miles Sanders real quick. As the Cowboys figuring out that now. Cowboys getting gaslit. Miles Sanders is the ultimate training camp gaslighter. Now you're looking here, Shedeur. 4 carries, 19 yards. So if you want fantasy football analysis on Shedeur Sanders, I'll definitely say this. All off season long, there's random people just saying like he was a statue, not good in the pocket when it comes to taking off with it, that he's limited. No, we saw that today. He's able to boot out. He's able to get yards. He's not this man right here. He's not Mike Vick. He's not Mike Vick for sure. He's not this guy. For sure he's not that guy. He is not. He'll never be this guy. Never be Mike Vick. But right here. Old school PS2 right beside me. But he can take off with it. He can get you yards. So what are you looking at that for fantasy football? That whenever he does get his opportunity, he's going to be in some weird game scripts with the Browns. He's going to take off with it a few times. He'll also have the starting wide receivers, whoever's healthy then, Jerry Jeudy, Tillman, a better cast of characters, David Njoku. And he's connecting well. You see it all the time in Florida. You see it with the other pass catchers. So imagine how he would look with them and first-string offensive line. Imagine how that would look like, right? So as we're looking at this, that's something to notate out, something to pay attention to. But as we're looking through here, through the box score and calling out players, Trevor Etienne muffed that fumble. That's going to give the coaches a bad taste in his mouth. 1 carry, 0 yards. Just haven't been able to get after it. But again, he's behind Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle. We'll see what they bring in here in the second half, how that looks like. But honestly, the big story here, Shedeur Sanders solid. T-Mac getting targets like crazy. 5 of them. 2 of them he shouldn't have got targeted, but he got it. He's going to get flooded with targets. So if you're looking for an upside dart throw in those middle rounds of your fantasy draft, your home league draft, he's going to be getting work. And on top of that, football-wise, this passing offense is going to be different this year. It's going to be different this year. Like, I'm not going to say full-blown air raid. They're not going to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. They're going to be a little bit different this year. They're going to be sneaking up on some teams. Now, they're going to be legend killers. They're going to beat some teams they shouldn't beat. They're going to win some games they shouldn't win. That's what you're going to get out of the Panthers this year. They're probably going to win more games than expected. They're going to be able to. As long as T-Mac stays healthy, things keep going good with Bryce Young, what we saw last year, what we're seeing in preseason, that's going to look solid. Deion Sampson, we didn't get to see much of him. We saw him in the first 2 drives. Deion Sampson, that first carry, it was like a short yardage game. All the explosiveness. Deion Sanders has speed to burn. You didn't really get to see that on the 40 time this year, but you go back to the 100-meter back in high school, he ran in the 10s. And you go back to the tape at Tennessee, he also had some 20-plus mile-per-hour runs back then. One of the top running backs in college football. Good in the passing game. It sucks what happened to Quinshon Judkins for this team. It sucks. Like, that was a running back that came out as a freshman over at Ole Miss and really hit it home. Back-to-back big-time seasons out of High State. Came in strong, too. He was going to help out this team a lot. You're going to have the Bash brothers between him and Sampson. You ain't getting that now. I don't even know if he's going to play this year. He's not even signed. Ain't got no looks with him. You had him scoring 3 touchdowns. Like predicting. That's the thing. Did you have him predicted for that? I could see that. We got to see if he comes back in the second half. We got to see. They might just bring out Huntley. We got to see what their idea is for that. Let's see. Go back to the Gamecast. My whole thing here. No huddle. We're back. Incomplete. We're back. 3rd and 7. We're back. Panthers got the ball. We're back. Panthers got the ball. Incomplete. He might be back in. He might end up back in. 11-18, 103 yards on the day. We got David Moore out there. And one thing is, Horn was getting targets over David Moore. Horn's making the team. And I'm saying that like a lot of you guys probably know that. But another thing you got to think about is there's people on Twitter like questioning the wide receiver depth chart. Jimmy Horn's going to get opportunities. Now, if you're looking for that for fantasy football, you got to let things shake out throughout the season. Let him climb the depth chart a little bit more for the ranking for targets. You got to see what's up with Hunter Renfrow. He's banged up right now. But that's given Jimmy Horn some extra opportunities. But he's been looking solid. He's been cashing. I will say this. The Colorado kids, I call it, Shedeur's had a solid training camp. Travis Hunter seems like he's been having a solid training camp. LeJohntay Wester had a good punt return the other day for a score. And he's very twitched up. And now you're looking here at Jimmy Horn. 3 for 3 on targets. Dalton incomplete. 4th and 7. Let's see if Shedeur comes back out. That's one thing we want to notate here. Let's see. Let's refresh this. I'm refreshing my stream. See if that helps it out. Like, it has been horrid. This stream has been horrid. Let's see if that fixes it. Let's see. 50 yards, 12. Here we go. We'll see if Shedeur comes back in. My dogs are going crazy. They don't like that I'm sitting here. They don't like it. They don't like it. So my stream has been down a couple plays compared to the live feed. So far, 14-7 Browns. Shedeur's got the lead so far. Let's see who they bring in here in the third quarter. Let's see if it's going to be Huntley or not. Huntley or Shedeur. Shedeur's in. Passing complete. We're still rocking and rolling, guys. We're still rocking and rolling. I could be so far behind on my streams that he already scored a 3rd touchdown. I don't think I'm that far behind. Shedeur's rocking and roll. Chase Cota in, though. Chase Cota. Things are going to get rather interesting. I would grade everything from the first half just in case. Like what they have out there. Let's see server 1. Let's try the other server. There we go. Trevion Williams, 3 yards. He's been solid. He's been explosive. He's been looking good. He's been looking good. Trevion Williams. Like, not a lead or anything like that. 3 carries, 23 yards. But he's been running with some pop in his step. My feed for... Let's try NFL. See if we can get that back up. Shedeur Sanders sack. What's up, buddy? All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Hey, let me get you this. I got Little Man set up for more snacks. Little Man's got more snacks going on. Shedeur just sacked. -5 yards. My stream has been horrible. Horrible. $11-19 for 103 yards so far on the day. Punt to the Panthers. Let's see if we can get a full. Hello. Stream still rolling. 2 hours long on the stream here. Got 22 people. I've had about 20 people almost at all times. Sometimes it'll go down to like 10. I'm switching back to NFL Plus, see if it is better for me. Actually, the app's been horrible. It's almost not usable. NFL products. Panthers are getting the ball. Official timeout. We are on commercial break. 12:43 in the third quarter. Shedeur 11-19. Solid outing. Sacked on the last one. They're letting him play into the second half. See how long they'll let him out there. Yeah, offensive line's been getting cooked. Let's see here if I can show it. Yeah, the offensive line has been getting cooked. It's been all day long, too. Not really carving out holes for the run game either. The run game hasn't been great for the Browns. So we got the game back up. Just going to have to reboot this. It won't let me. Reload it. There we go. Refresh it. It's not stepping up to it. There we go. Refresh it. There we go. Andy Dawson, short pass. Daphne. We're getting some more of the backups in. Upgraded my stream. The NFL Plus is working for me now. Short pass there. Who's that through? Looking at this game here. Dalton so far 11-16, 90 yards. Dominic Daphne. Yeah, yeah. Especially that one play where it was 4th and 1. Like, I want to see the all 22 what was downfield, but let's see. Getting it. Jimmy Horn on another target. 4th catch of the day from what I got. At least 4. 4 catches, 4 targets. NFL Plus is starting to be more reliable than Stream East for me. Here we are. Stepping up. Oh. What's happening here? Did he slip? What's up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he slipped. My feed here is not loading. It's not keeping up. Short right to Daphne. We got another throw to Daphne. Is that what's happening here? There he is. No, it's not. It's Mitchell. This is not keeping up. Let's go back to here. Carolina's getting ready to punt. Let's go all the way back out and back in. Cleveland's got the ball. Let's see who they got at quarterback. Should be Shedeur. Back to Gamecast. Yeah, they're stuck on the Daphne. They're stuck. They're stuck. My Gamecast now. Let's see. Let's just look at the Easton Sticks out. Okay. Got Allen, 4 for 5, 100 yards for Detroit. Emory Jones, 2 carries, 9 yards. Hidden Hooker, 7 of 10. 38 yards, though. Isaac Tesla, 2 catches and a touchdown. Everyone's talking him up. Deep ball city with him. He's got that speed and good, well covered. Sills. A lot of backups in. Tesla with a play, though. Let's go back here. While they're on commercial break, they're currently on commercial break, so don't freak out. Let's check the Washington Patriots game. Let's come in and look at that. Ooh, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. 3.4 yards per carry, though, but he's getting opportunities. 7 carries, 24 yards. Hartman's in, 9 of 19. Should be part of the story there. Michael Gallup getting work. KJ Osborne. Krosky-Merritt. Luke McCaffrey got some work in today. We're looking at Bell. Travion Henderson, 3 catches, 12 yards. So there's 4 fantasy points off that right now. Travion Henderson, 1 rush for 18 yards. Ramondre Stevenson getting work. I said that in a video earlier this week that Ramondre Stevenson's going to be a cheap get for pass. For a veteran on the cheap, while everybody's looking at Travion Henderson on the upside. Travion Henderson will get his run. He'll get his opportunity. Give the rookies their time to ramp up. Looks like it's changing on the Gamecast. Let's take a look at that. It wasn't stuck on Daphne still. There it is. Shotgun penalty, false start. Starting things with a false start. NFL Plus hasn't went to the game. I got NFL Plus on right now. Let's go down right here. But false start. Browns. 9:02 right. Penalty Browns, false start. Shedeur's been looking solid. Panthers defense has been solid. Marshall right guard, 2 yards. Marshall hasn't really been looking. My connection's dropping. There we go. Back to here. Back in the end zone after 2 false starts. Steps up in the pocket. Gets it out at least. Gets it out. That was a rough drive on the Browns. It was ugly. It was ugly. We get 2 false starts. Pocket gets nasty. In the end zone. Has to step up. Gets it out at least. 3rd and 17. You'll be lucky to get out of this drive without a safety, without this offensive line has been playing. Back-to-back false starts. Gets it out. Easy completion over the middle. Going to bring in the putt team. Simple play over the middle, but that drive was scratched with those penalties. 12, 21, 111, 2 touchdowns on the day. Fourth and 9. Lives to play another down. Doesn't throw a pick. There was... Okay, penalty on the Panthers now. 12 players on formation. Drive's done. He may not come back out for another drive with how ugly that was with the offensive line. Unless they want to keep working. But you're not getting any looks with how bad that's been. You're not getting any looks. You're not getting anything. You can't get an assessment. I'm surprised he's still out there. I'm surprised. But with how bad that's been, I'm surprised. Here we go, punt. Trevor Etienne does not muff this punt. Doesn't muff this punt. Gets, I don't know, a little bit of a gain. Like a couple yards. Back to commercial break. 7:55 in the 3rd quarter, if that's correct. Penalty on Carolina defense. Too many men on the field. 5 yards. Looks like this needs refreshed again. Let's go back, check some other games. Last drive, if you're just checking in on Shedeur. 2 false start penalties. New center in the game. Not looking solid on the offensive line. If you want to have a critique, that one throw, the first throw, after all that, pocket wasn't that great. He steps up, makes the throw. I can't remember if it was incomplete or not, but the fact that nothing catastrophic happened, he was able to step up, was good. Next play, throw over the middle, lives to play another down. Looking solid. Looks like Panthers have got the ball. Looks like they're starting to show that now. Official timeout. That's where we're at here on my broadcast. I went from Stream East to NFL Plus. I went from NFL Plus to Stream East, back to NFL We're on a commercial break. Browns have been looking sketchy right now in the third quarter so far, especially on offense, false starts. Browns are the Browns, though. That drive was ugly. Not really an assessment to get from that last drive outside that it could have been very catastrophic, and he kept it down. It could have been catastrophic. It could have been football follies type of deal. He kept it up. That's the thing you can definitely say about that. It could have been an ugly, ugly situation. But things held strong together. Shedeur Sanders was the duct tape that kept the offensive line, offense alive last drive without anything horrible going on. That's what we could say about that. 111 yards, 12 for 21, 12 on 21. Nobody on the offense really stepping up. LaFleur had that big play. Trevion Williams had some good runs today. Offensive line has been getting smoked on the Browns. The defense has been looking solid on all levels, from first string, second string, whatever, start off the team for the Panthers. Defense looking solid. Defense has been pretty solid for the Browns, actually, all in all. T-Mac had some good catches. Bryce Young looked good. T-Mac got 5 targets today. He even got targeted when he shouldn't have. They're going to push the ball to him a lot. I look for him to have some games with double-digit targets. Did we get a pick? Browns got a pick. Shedeur might be coming back in. Dalton just threw a pick. Dalton so far 13 on 19, 101 with a pick. Just threw that. He had a play on the last series where he was pump faking and just slipped and fell. All in all, okay for a backup quarterback. Okay for a veteran. Just pick right there. Like I've been saying, the Browns' D hasn't been that bad today. Both defenses on both squads have been solid, especially killing the run game here for the Browns. Both teams have been solid. Definitely can say that. Shedeur, is he back out? Looks like he's back out. Shedeur, roll out. Roll out. Finds his guy. Easy completion. Smart. Getting some little bit of yak there. First down. Shedeur Sanders with the first down on the play. Now we're 12 for 21. Let's see if that updates. 12 for 21. First down, Shedeur Sanders. Let's see if ESPN updates or if it's me. I don't know. Ineligible player downfield on the forward pass. Like the Browns. Ineligible player. Where are we at here? 1st and 10. Sanders pass deep left to Bates for 25 yards. Sanders with another big play. My stream glitches out. To Bates, too. It's not like he's with the studs right now. Bates, 6:32 in the third quarter. Shedeur with another big throw. Looks like NFL Plus might allow me to watch this one. It's been glitching out. Marshall left in. Gets a run finally. We finally get a run here for the Browns. Outside of Williams. Marshall gets something. 7 carries, 27 yards. They're probably going to score here. They're going to score here, I bet you. I bet Sanders gets his 3rd score. Someone had it. The 5-star review had it with the 3 scores. We might get there. We might be getting there right now. We might be getting there. Unless I'm really behind. We might be getting there.